Right, welcome back, everybody. Let's get into the trending topics of the day, and one that first and foremost is not there. I just want to tell you, I'm busy looking at seeing what's coming up, and Telkom is like the biggest trending topic at the moment, and the reason being, it appears that people that are on the Telkom network are down. So there's no network. So a lot of people are complaining at the moment.
Damn.
So, yeah,
and with people working from home,
yeah,
this is a thing.
It looks like a thing. We haven't got confirmation, but I'm just gathering sort of people are just saying, I have no network and I use Telkom. No, when I need Telkom, there's no service. So people are very upset with Telkom at the moment. So
I think it's a good one to pick up on because hopefully the employers will take heed of what is going on because people are really going through a lot working from home, and sometimes the employers just don't understand with load shedding and network issues the difficulties that people experience.
Oh gosh, anyway, all right, let's go into the trending topics at the moment, and we've got Adam Habib. So this developed yesterday, further than it already has developed.
It actually started last week, I think it was. So you have Adam Habib, and he, of course, used to be the Vice Chancellor of Wits University. But now, maybe we can just put up the tweet that, okay, maybe we called that up a bit prematurely. Still getting back to Adam Habib, who's now the director of the SOAS at the University of London. So last week there was not a webinar per se, there was some online interaction with students. And one of the things that the students raised was the organization's responsiveness, or perhaps the lack thereof, to anti-black racism at the institution. And it was alleged that one of the lecturers at the institution had used the N-word.
Yes.
And the students seemingly were not happy with the response after that issue was raised. And so this was brought up, to which Adam Habib then uses the word in its entirety. And he says, well, if one of our lecturers used the N-word, then it's something that we need to deal with. But in him saying that and using the word, you could immediately see in the expression of the students how they balked at his use of the word in its entirety. To which he then responds, but I come from a part of the world where we use the word.
And we really don't.
And one of the students, the one in shot now who seems to be speaking at the bottom corner, then points out to Adam Habib that you are not black. This is not your lived experience. Therefore, you don't fully understand what the impact is of these words on people who have gone through persecution and have faced racism, have suffered as a result of some of these terms and the meaning that it brings about. Then there was a whole discussion about the intent. Did Adam Habib actually intend to cause any harm or bring about any discord in doing so? And many people came out saying the intent doesn't really matter. It is the consequence of what has happened, and perhaps Habib's response to what the students raised was off.
Yeah, and I mean, he came out straight afterwards and he was, defending his actions, and, just to basically say that it's a word that we do use in South Africa, which we don't. It's not something that I think is of common language here in South Africa that you just use willy-nilly. But this has really gotten the anger of a lot of people, and of course this led to his having to step aside. So we'll see what the developments there are for Adam Habib, and basically for what SOAS is. If you are wanting to know, he's the director of the University of London School of African and Oriental Studies, SOAS, and that is pretty much what he is right now. But how much longer he stays in that position and if he's cleared or not, we'll have to wait and see on that one. And then he put, of course, a whole thread trying to explain what had happened and trying to say he is not sorry for doing it.
And in the thread, using the word again, having to delete that particular... Yeah.
It's a mess. Anyway, so there on top of it all, people are weighing in, and then you get Thuli that was starting to trend. And I think we put the tweet
Former
up a
public
bit
protector,
earlier.
Advocate Thuli Madonsela.
That's it. So that's the tweet that she put up, thinking after we heard about Adam Habib stepping aside. She says, in thinking he was entitled to use the N-word as a generically black South African, Adam Habib may have lacked the social intelligence required in his new environment. But the vitriolic campaign from elements from his own country, seemingly to settle old scores, is sad to watch. And this got a lot of people upset again, and a lot of people speaking. On top of
yes, that's not the only reason.
So there was that tweet, and then another tweet where she wishes the, I suppose, former president, F.W. de Klerk,
a happy birthday.
So this was all in the same, within a couple of time frames, and Twitter were not having any of this.
So Thuli on both Adam Habib and de Klerk then really just gets into the eye of the Twitter storm.
Yeah.
And there you have it. Happy birthday, former President F.W. de Klerk. Blessings in your next chapter.
Yeah.
And as you can imagine, it went down like a veritable lead balloon.
That lead balloon, I know. All right, so that's the one. And then also de Klerk is trending. And I think the one of the reasons, I mean, this would be it, also his birthday, but also the announcement that he has been diagnosed with a form of cancer, and it's something that is apparently around the lining of the lungs, and he will be beginning treatment next week for this. So that was also announced by his foundation, and many people speaking to that. And this was on his birthday. So those are your trending topics.
Indeed. All right, that's it. We're going to take a quick break after that. Leanne will be talking about Human Rights Day. In fact, perhaps we do not have a break. And